Welcome to this tutorial on how to slash your risk of osteoporosis with calcium-rich foods. Now, there's something very alarming today, and that is the prevalence of osteoporosis in women is 23% globally compared to just 11.7% in men. We definitely are at a much higher risk of losing bone mass than men. And this is a 2021 statistic, and it appears that this percentage is rising over the years. The most severe complication with osteoporosis is the problem of fractures. And as we grow older, we definitely do not want our bone mass to drop. We definitely do not want to have fractures, right? Would you agree with me on that? The good news is that this can be reduced and even eliminated with a well-informed approach to eating well. Me and my team from Women's Wellness Coach Linda are on a mission to help women regain their dream body mobility and strength so that they have the freedom, the health, the wellness, the fitness, and the mobility to do anything they want. They feel amazing again. They reverse diseases. They go back to standing, walking with strength. They become better mothers, grandmothers, wives, daughters, sisters. And we are also on a mission to help women to preserve their bone mass or slow down dramatically the rate of losing calcium through healthful eating and low impact weight training exercises so that they can enjoy their silver and golden years feeling happy, fulfilled, and confident. So this tutorial that I'm about to share with you is a very simple plan. The objective we're after is to decrease calcium loss, increase calcium absorption and content in the diet so that we can preserve our bone mass even as we grow older in the decades to come. So here are some actions that we want to take to reduce or prevent calcium loss. The first thing is we want to avoid these foods: soda, carbonated drinks, cakes, donuts, white bread, cookies. These are what we call processed carbs, and coffee. So these are some of the major calcium leaching foods. And the reason is that they are acidic. Okay. And we also want to take note of even whole grains. If you are taking things like oats, okay, take note that even though oats are healthy for you, but oats can also might cause calcium loss because oats, like several healthy whole grains, have got this thing called phytic acid. So this phytic acid is acidic and it makes our body lose calcium, but there's a way to counter that. So we can either soak your oats overnight and then rinse it, then consume that. That's one way. Or you can add a tiny tablespoon of apple cider vinegar to a large tub of oats as you soak them overnight. So don't worry, you will not taste the apple cider vinegar, but the apple cider vinegar will actually help the phytic acid to be disarmed so that it doesn't cause our body to lose calcium when we consume the oats. The other thing that we can do for whole grains or brown rice is make sure you soak them well and then rinse and discard the soaking water. So these are the things that can help to reduce phytic acid, and then engage in weight bearing exercises, low impact, because we don't want to damage the joints. And we do this through many of our damage-proof muscles training exercises, because when you resist gravity, when you do weight training, you actually challenge the bones to grow. So now we want to consume more of calcium-rich foods. Okay, we also have a PDF that comes with this, like summarizes all the actions for you to increase calcium and reduce calcium loss, and also increase calcium content, increase calcium absorption, right? So here are some foods that you want to consume more of. Tahini, which is sesame paste. So sesame is one of the most calcium-rich seeds, right, in the planet. So we want to consume more of tahini, make a smoothie 2 to 3 times a week using tahini, and consume more of organic goat or cow milk. So I'm not against dairy as long as they are organic and it comes from healthy animals. The problem with non-organic or conventional dairy is that they come from animals that have been treated not very well. So the animals are, always given injections or hormones, or they are fed food that are synthetic. So these animals, in their body, there are a lot of synthetic chemicals and what's that called, hormones that mess with our own hormones and may consume them. So we want to stay away from conventional dairy, and then we want to go towards organic, range-free, happy, dairy made from happy animals, happy cows, happy goats. If the animal is happy, then whatever that comes from the animal is also happy and healthy for us. If the animal is happy and healthy, then when we consume it, we are also happy and healthy. Okay, the next thing that we want to eat more of is almonds. Almonds are the richest, most calcium-rich nuts. Okay, so you can snack on it as a trail mix. You can throw a bunch of different nuts together, or just almonds alone if you love almonds. Then have that regularly throughout your afternoon. Instead of reaching for a donut, reach for a bag of almonds. You can also consume unsweetened almond milk in your smoothies, in your oats. You can just drink them just like as an additional beverage. And then soy and soy milk, soy products and soy milk, again, non-genetically modified and unsweetened. So we don't want extra sugar in our diet, and really refined sugar is really just empty calories, and it just stresses your pancreas. It doesn't give you any minerals or vitamins. So try to avoid sugar as much as you can. So canned sardines is another one. I don't have the picture here, but canned sardines are one of the greatest source of calcium as well. But make sure you choose the right canned sardines. Make sure you choose the ones that have the least ingredients, actually just 2 ingredients. Sardines, olive oil, that's the best. We don't even want salt. So sardines, being a fish, naturally it already has some saltishness, some sodium content, but at least that is whole. It comes from the sea, right? So it's not as bad as those table salt kind of sodium, which is really bad, and it messes up our blood pressure. So chia seeds, silverfish, edamame, lady's finger, broccoli, kale, kailan, these are really good sources. So have more of these. Okay, and inside the PDF, you'll also see some very simple instructions for you to enjoy more of these calcium-rich foods in your balanced diet. And here are some additional ways to help your body absorb calcium better. It's a no-brainer, but one of it is to expose yourself to the sun. Okay, you can of course protect your face with a bit of sunblock, but it's good to have the other parts of your body to get some sun throughout the day, 20 minutes, because this is the best form of vitamin D that the body can use to absorb calcium. Another thing is to add range-free butter to your diet. So this is a very interesting discovery, right? So butter is found to contain a substance that encourages your body to absorb calcium. So interesting, right? So add some range-free butter to your diet. You can have it with wholesome sourdough breads, or just plain crackers that's got no nasties. Or you can use it to, fry eggs, at low heat. And so many ways to have butter, right? Or you can just add a spoonful to your soups. And then, last but not least, we want to also have a calcium magnesium supplement. So most of the time, experts recommend that adults need about 1,000 mg per day, but I suggest you check with your healthcare professional, or if you have a personal doctor, physician, or you can go to the pharmacy and just ask the expert there, ask them for a recommended dosage for your age, okay? But if you have a gynae or a personal doctor, you can also ask them what is the preferred dosage, okay? I personally take a 1,000 mg calcium magnesium supplement every day together with my food, okay? And one last thing, something interesting also, when we eat a lot of fiber, like fiber, insoluble fiber from vegetables and fruits, this can limit our calcium absorption. So being a raw food fanatic, right, like me, I love live foods, I love salads, and like all my diet is like fiber, right? So when we take large amounts of fiber, this can actually impair the body's ability to absorb calcium. So you want to also plan your day intelligently. Meaning to say that when you are drinking a smoothie, when you are eating a lot of fiber, you may want to not take your calcium supplement during that time. Maybe wait for a 1 hour, 2 hour break before you take a calcium supplement with some butter and crackers. Okay, that's just my suggestion. So, and I also have given a tahini recipe. It's a very delicious recipe in my PDF. You only need one recipe. You don't need 1,000 recipes, okay? 1 or 2 recipes that are kick-ass and will help you to stick to this lifestyle is more important and more useful than having 100 recipes, okay? Trust me, I've lived this lifestyle for 20 years and I've seen people fail. I've seen people succeed. Simplicity is key, okay? Simplicity. The simpler the formula, the more successful you will be in implementing it. So thank you so much for watching and thank you for being here on this tutorial. I just loved having you and I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. I'll see you in the next tutorial. Goodbye.
If you want to find out more, come join me at my free webinar. I will show you simple activities that you can do right away to resolve joint pain, and not only that, you will learn how to regain your strength and mobility too. I would really love for you to join. So simply click on the link around this video, get yourself registered, and I will see you really soon.
Sleep, sexy, strong.